Good morning. So our content this time is taken from First Corinthians chapter 2 verse 9. Hinuon sumala sa giingon sa kasulatan ang wala makita ug madungog ug ang wala gayud palandunga sa tawo mao ang giandam sa Dios ni adtong nahigugma kaniya. Okay, so very positive passage, right? But our topic content this morning is all about psychological depression. So I already shared with you about mental depression in clinical aspects. Then in mental depression where there's a manics or maniacs. Okay, then I already discussed as well mental depression where there is an sanib or invasions of nature spirits or any types of spirits from natures or any sources which is depending on your, I think it's more on depending on your types of I think it's more on because based on my experience it's always twins, like most of us people we have twin spirits, so depende siya sa stars natin. So meaning human being, we as I am a proponent that we human being, me, every time that we look up the universe we have our own stars. The problem is we cannot find it. Why, ma'am? There's so many of them, we cannot, they are not staying in one spot. Okay, so that's basically, so in the real life as well, meaning to say on the living life, meaning to say every time whatever happens in our life we normally installed with spirits, but once when we had a mental depression, meaning to say our spirits or any types of mental psychological holistic depressions, but stick tayo sa physical depressions is that psychological depressions is that we already well, based on my experience. So number one, clinical depression. Number two, invasions. Number three, I already mentioned as well, God is love. Pero sa akin, folks, I always say, there are always 5 times of transcendent energy of depressions. May formula pala yung angle of depression. Sa akin, 5 yung nag-aatake talaga sa akin parati. So, as you all will always notice. So, but then, there are always God is love depression. And number 4 is expect a fog. This fog things, hindi ko siya ma-share sa inyo because what happened to me is, yung fog ko, na in-expect ko noong masyado na akong sinasaniban. Hindi siya sanib. May neurotransmitters ako, pero yung in-expect ko na higher level of depressions ko, yung fog kasi, folks, na dumating, reincarnation ba. So, hindi ko siya ma-share. I will make a content different on that. But, dito siya, the psychological depression appeared to me on number after the reincarnation process. Okay, so number 5 siya. So, what is psychological depression, ma'am? Here's the thing with psychological depression. Based on my experience, nandiyon na ka, may depression ka na talaga, folks, pero nag-accelerate siya pataas, na psychological depressions ka. Pero parang, for me, parang sa iba iba-iba. Yung iba, depression lang, pero yung iba, psychological depression. Ang nakakatakot, the scary of that is suicidal or killer. Or they will kill or mass suicides. Okay? So, suicide. Pag psychological, the effects of psychological depressed humans on earth is suicidal. Number 2, they love to suicide to kill the enemy. Number 3, they love to kill as much as many people as they can. Mass pa lang, yung parang 8, 10. May, depende yan sa spirits of invasions na I am a proponent that it is either save or unsave dead human spirits that they throw down to the earth. Okay? So, kaya yung nangyari sa akin, so sa sasabi ko dito sa number 4 na expectations of fog, na dumating siya, reincarnation siya, folks. I was really mad. Na parang yung iba, wow, reincarnation rin, ma'am. You're talking about reincarnation, ba't galit ka sa number 5? Hindi, ayoko yung ganun. Kasi, wala kasi kong idea. Basta noon, I just saying that, galit na galit ako. Kasi, dito tayo sa psychological depression. kasi nag-reincarnate siya. So para, tapos nag-psychological pa afterwards. After 2 days, kasi sinasabi, as I'll always said, when you are depressed, your dates, in my case, 1 day is 1 month. If today is 8 or 1 month or 2 months, then year as well. So, pero sa akin, ano lang ako, months, tapos days. That's why I take absent, because I'm always thinking today is Sunday. And then I will also tell to my nieces, I will be going to work and they will laugh at me because it's Saturday. Kaya hindi na ako makapasok kasi hindi ko na alam. I don't know the day. Okay, so sa psychological days. Okay, so ang inaano ko lang is, I'm so concerned about it because ano siya, pumapatay. Papatayin mo you are killing yourself, suicide, tapos pumapatay. Tapos pag nag-case na sila, malalaman nyo yung itsura, folks. Kaya tingnan nyo ako, mukha ba akong dumaan sa psychological depression? Parang ang ganda ko naman. Pero folks, pangit talaga kasi walang tulugan, di ba? Walang tulugan yan, folks. Walang tulugan, okay? Walang tulugan, okay? Tapos, galit ang for me is, the nervous breakdown in psychological depression is 3 level. 3 na. Kasi nung nervous breakdown ka pa sa mental depression, parang matatakot lang ka during night times na parang may nakatingin sa'yo na mga ghost, mga ganyan. Okay? Tapos matatakot ka sa mga kalabog, sa mga sounds animals during night times. Yung neighbors mo, matatakot ka na magsalita sila, lalo na pag magmumura or saying bad things, mag-badmouth sila. Nervous ka, ganyan yung nervous breakdown. Tapos pag mga lakas ng mga buses, loud voices, natatakot ka. Okay, that's nervous breakdown. But for psychological depression, dito na siya dumadaan, folks. Yung neurotransmitters din is in the highest level. Kung kanina nervous breakdown number 3, your neurotransmitters splittings as well. Tsaka yung lakas ng spirits na dumapo na sa'yo, number 3 na. Plus, it depends also of how, ito yung, I strongly believe, ito yung bad side ng human beings. Meaning to say, each one of us has a bad attitude. Okay? Yung bad attitude natin, not all the time that we are bad, right? Pero naka-instill lang yan. Installations yan. Installations sa katawan natin. Either installation sa katawan natin created from our parents, both from our parents and the environment, nature and nurture, and at the same time, sa rapture. Okay? Ito yung naano ko, guys, na yung rapture, guys. Wala talaga akong tiwala dyan sa rapture. Kaya maybe next time I will try to dig down about that. Magre-research ako kung ano yung findings nila kasi i-compare ko siya bago sa findings ko kasi pangit din yung rapture dito sa rapture din. Okay, so plus at the same time I am a claimant as a product of rapture. 1990 raptured in the Philippines. Produkto ako. Okay, so kumbaga yan. Parang ganyan. So, i-explain ko siya next time. But this one is the psychological depression tayo. Kasi pumapatay. Ba't ka pumapatay? Ma'am, nag-ano ka ba, ma'am? Guys, yung spirits ko, kung gaano kung gaano kalakas or kabad yung spirits mo, plus yung spirits na sumanib kayo na either dead or save human spirits. Na guys, for me, I think, hindi siya fully aware. Either for me din also, kaya there are also group of people who are watching those people who are psychological depressed, lalo na pag pumapatay, kasi magsasabi yan kung sino sila yung ini-impersonate nila. Mag-ano din yan, folks, I'm shivering, nag-impersonate din siya. Ang sa akin, ma'am, nag-impersonate ba si sir sa'yo? Hindi. Kasi, talagang, I'm using through line na, bakit nyo siya? Tapos, mabait kasi siya na tao. Then for me kasi, that's the thing with me. Dove, white as a cloth. Ang binabasihan ko sa buhay ni Tanda is that he is very finish yun, folks. Kung gaano ako katapang, yan na lalaki na yan, walang katapang-tapang yan. Kung bigyan mo lang yan ng pera, kotse, tahimik lang yan. Kahit, kasi based sa pagkakilala ko kasi sa kanya is that, wala siyang bad attitude. May old man, wala, hindi yan magmura. Wala, pag magmura na ako, takot man yan. Pag sabi sa Filipino, all our words is yawa, paggalit. takot yung matanda, okay? Pag galit din ako, I will throw a lot of stuff. Ang pinaka ano niya sa akin na makikita niyang galit na ako, my mannerism and my habits is tabo. Sa inside the CR, doon ako pag nagagalit. Yun ang tabo talaga, folks, ang weaknesses ko if I get mad. Takot yun sa tanda. So when he is reincarnated back nag-psychological depression na ako, wala siyang bad spirits na sa akin, na maibigay, na lumaban doon sa mga bad spirits ko na sumanib, dead or human, dead or saved or unsaved spirits. Pero ito yung duda ko. Si Dr. Rosie Rizal na yung resurrected sa akin around May. Nakausap ko yan. Kaya grabe din yun, folks, na nagdududa ako. That's why when one in the sites, I was telling them I was wondering if Dr. Rosie Rizal was really shot in the Bagon-Bayan, Lunita. Proponent ko yon, or he killed himself. Plus nagdududa pa ako na babae yan. O ganyan lang, pero lalaki yata. Ayaw ko na sa gender kasi man siya, pero babae kasi. Parang, no, he's a guy. He's a man. Tapos, paborito niya fettuccine. So, sa kanya, yung nagrumble talaga, folks, yung sa kay tanda, wala. Ito pang si Saint Matthew Joseph Dowling. Galing niyan. Sino kaya yan na spirits? May kasama yan si Kaya, ang grabe yung psychological depression ko. Natatakot. Lahat na lang ng mga nieces ko, takot na takot ako. Kasi level ko sa nervous breakdown is number 3. Ang nasa isip ko, para ka rin schizophrenia, okay? So, controlled ka, okay? So, pero hindi siya, marang schizophrenia din, folks. Pero psychological yung inaano natin, pare-parehos lang din naman yung energies nila. Tapos, yung mga nieces ko, sa utak ko, papatay nila ako. Kaya, at night time, I don't like to sleep because maybe, what if, yung mga nieces ko, mga relatives ko na nasa labas na sumasama sa akin kasi pinasamahan ako dito ng mother ko. Pero hindi sila, ganito lang din sa akin, folks. They knew that something is going on with me. But never in my family around, yung psychological ko is June 2020. Never my family tell other people what's going on with me. Talaga lang, samahan mo si Manang. I always have a guard with me. I have a relatives with me. But my mother, my parents, senses already something wrong is going on with me. Pero hindi sila nagsalita. Ito lang din ang maganda sa akin. That's why, those people na, pag masyado kang mabunganga, and then especially, that's why I always said na kung maraming makakaalam sa sikreto mo, what if makarecover ka? Sasabihin ng neighbor, baliw ka. So sa akin kasi, folks, my mother, malakas din naman yung, I think the trust them from my family na makakaya ko yan. Tsaka grabe na kasi yung challenge ko sa buhay. No? Para bang yung parents ko, parang in-acceptance sila na, Diyos mio, si Tatang. Parang ganyan yung folks na grabe naman yung pagsubok niya sa buhay. Maganyan pa. Okay, pero sa akin, ako, pinag-aralan ko talaga yung sarili ko. That's why, nag-pray talaga ako na no matter what, tsaka ito yung sa akin, walang plastikan. Okay, so, kasi tinutuon nila sa akin yung crucifixion of the cross. Pues, dito sa labanan namin sa world of craziness, walang plastikan. Kung sino kayo, pakita kayo sa akin. Talaga ako, folks. Parang lakasan to ng, kumbaga, talagang lakasan ng loob na, yung parang galit ka na sobrang-sobra na. Kasi galit na galit kasi ako. Tapos hindi talaga na-resolve. So, nag-psychological depression na. Papatay man ako, folks. I was told to take suicide. Sabi ko, umiiyak ako kasi the spirits, through a transcendent energy, they will give you knives. Makikita mo knives, ang utak mo, when you see a knives wherever, knife, they will, the message for the knife to your brain, the transmitters of the spirits of the knife to your brain, so is psycho, is that knife, use that to kill yourself. Tapos, yung neurotransmitters mo naman, in the brain, guys, walang nagsasalita sa utak, neurotransmitters lang yan. The other spirits on your brain na nag-insert na, sabihin, do it for yourself. Tapos may mga drama-drama pa yung utak mo na talagang malilito ka, na if you cannot control yourself, gagamitin, ganyan ka. Ang sa akin is knives. And then the second one is, pag ma-overcome siya, okay, parang prank siya, folks. And then the second one is, anong tawag nito? Blades, Gillette. Okay, blades. Makikit, yung bahay ko, folks, my house, my place, wala man akong blades. Pero magtataka ko, last year, I was amazed because wherever I went outside, ang daming blades. Kaya, nervous breakdown ako, magganyan ako na, magagalit ako, pero nag-lower down ako sa tone ng voices ko kasi alam nila na dinotice something weird going on with me. So, pag maglalakas ang boses ko, baka ma-alarma yung neighbor. Kaya yung neighbor ko walang alam na there's something wrong going on with me. Hindi nila alam na lang nila na may nangyayari na sa aking kababalaghan was that August na. Pero yung kwento ko sa inyo, folks, na psychological depression is that it happened around May, hindi siya May, June. Okay, June 8, naglakad pa ako, so 8, parang 9, 10, 11. 9, 10, 11, ganyan na 9, 10, 11, 3 days. So, sa utak ko niyan, 3 months na yan, folks. Tapos, mag-ano pa ako ng mga kutsilyo. So, nice. Tapos, pag magpunta naman ako sa online, in order for me to release or to do something for myself, kasi hirap na yung utak mo. Gusto mo nang pumatay at papatayin yung sarili mo. The topic is all trending. It's all about suicidal. So, mag-suggest ako na, ma'am, yung ganyan. Para yung energy ng neurotransmitters ko as a psycho is that i-release ko doon sa mga parents na nag-suicide yung mga anak nila. Tapos nga ganyan. Nagtuturo ako. Kala mo naman, kagabi hindi na gustong pinapasuicide. Okay, then suicide, tapos papatay talaga yan, folks. Tapos may kutsilyo, nakapunta din ako doon sa we have a neighbor here who is a police. I also sent over there a knives, newly ordered, very technique, very beautiful types of knives, bago lang dumating, just ordered through online sa nephew ko. Wala, talaga hinatid ko doon sa police namin na neighbor. And you know what I'm doing there? Speaking English. Kaya ito lang din maganda sa akin when I had a cycle, when I got all my depressions. Hindi siya masyadong halata na kasi, na medyo ganyan ganyan. Kasi, teacher tayo, and then I have a foreigner. So, meaning to say, when I speak English to anyone, it's just normal. Na parang ang galing, parang ang ayos. Even today, so, pero sabi ko rin naman, it's nice to practice that because, parang, what's wrong with speaking English? Na yung mga bata natin, kailangan din naman. So, pero, ito lang din, speaking English yung magsasayko or depends upon the spirits of the dead unsaved or saved human spirits invaded with that person. Plus, the demonic side or the devil, ayoko ng demonic words, devil side of that dead humans inserted with you. Plus, within your own devil. So, each one of us has its own devil and bad attitudes. So, pag mag-rumble na yan, put together, psycho ka na, papatay ka. Kung sino yung galit mo, talagang papatay ka, folks. Okay, so ito yung maintain. Tsaka, ito lang din. Kasi sabi ko nga, after na kunyari, kaya alam ko yung mga nagnunood, all those who are watching, this is the thing with psycho people. When they kill, after the next day when they kill, they don't know. Either they don't know or they are aware. Pag aware kasi yan, folks, inutusan kasi na papatayin mo eh. Kaya sabi ko, those two are war initiators and killers on earth na gusto talaga ng mga mass killings. Ganito lang. All of you, especially the government officials in all Muslims, meaning countries, Muslim running countries. To be honest with you folks, based on my experience, those who loves to kill are psychological depressed human being. Okay? So, concluded ko na yan kung sino mag-against sa akin. Talagang ganun eh. Pag pumapatay ka, tapos sarap ng feelings pag pumapatay ka. It's a nice feelings when you kill, especially when you are mean. I was really mean. Until today, I really mean. Pero kaya sabi ko, yung depression ko, I have United States America depression. Takot talaga ako guys na pumunta sa bansang iyan. Never. Ewan ko, basta I got Kuan siya, my depression against that country is that grabe yung tampo ko. Tampo in such a way that disappointment na medyo na tone down siya last year because my new boyfriend is an American, pero bumalik siya ngayon as ang sakit ng tampo ko in the United States of America government. Sorry, I'm not aiming anyone to, para sinasabi ko lang kasi this is in behalf of my old man. Plus, my educational background. Idol na idol ko talaga how the government leaders in the United States run their country as a whole versus their human beings. And now, in the time that their own American man in distress, no backbones or even a shoulders came to our yards or in the hospital. So, iba. So, ganyan yan. Tapos pag para oo, tapos may ano man ako folks going itong pangit nga sa akin during last year kasi kaya nga katakot din ako kasi 'di ba 10 11 nagsabi ko 7 9 10 11 nag-ano kasi ako folks June 15 Saint Bin Laden reincarnations. Okay, so grabe din yun. Basta sa 10 lang ako nag-psychological depressions na mixtures of Saint Matthew, Joseph Dowling na tinatawag ko. Yung mga ano, tapos yung partner ko, wala yan, umalis yan. Talagang, God bless yan. Talagang, they really took it away from me immediately. Tapos, wala rin, parang pinagstudyuhan nila. The group of gods who arrived during the fog that I was thinking, that was the fog, was that, binabantayan, they are watching the reactions of my body and my psychological depressions. What will be the reaction? So, doon nila those time, they will concluded that it was well blended. Okay. So, pero yung mga nagsasabi sa akin na papatay, spirits ko yun, folks. Tapos, papatay talaga ako. Kaso lang, this is the reason with me, with my psychological depressions, that it halted me to kill. Yung spirits ko na, I don't like my mother to cry. The reason there, that I really don't like to kill, was that, even today, I don't like my mother to cry. Yun lang. Kasi ano talaga ako folks tapos yung installations kasi ng genes ko is that in whatever I did or I do in life that I really wanted to be above anyone or always in top class. I mean, I always wanted to be in top grade. Kaya si Mike to be with God talaga. Kasi I always wanted my admirations of my mother. Na gusto ko si mama ma-impress na, wow, my daughter is in the number 1 in class. Parang ganyan. Ganyan kasi ako, folks. Kaya doon nila na-appreciate na, tapos grabe man yung mga spirits na, imagine mo, yun natin. Okay? So, grabe, folks. Tapos hanap akong paraan. I always finding ways to really release all those kinds of spirits inside with me kasi papatay talaga. Ang dami pa namang weapons. Spirits are real. Okay? Spirits are real. We hindi control any human beings to kill. You human beings, we human beings, we cannot control it. No matter how strong you are. Kaya that's why, I think I also, no, it's just after that, I was into sites of crime sites in the Philippines. No, lamang crime scenes dito sa Soko lang man sila pag hindi man yan the types of people who are killers here in the Philippines, para man yung si Jesus Christ pumatay na wala. Ang pinakamaganda, there's so many depression humans on earth existing sa mga white skinned countries like in the US. Marami din sila sa England, mga ganyan, mga mass killings sila. So tapos magaling pa mag-trail yung mga prostitutes, yung pinapatay nila. Ano yan, folks? Sakit yan sa utak. Okay, it's a disease. Psychological depression is a disease. Okay, it's a disease. So, ma'am, how will you treat that? Pray your God. Parang ito lang masasabi ko. Pray your God, or what I done? I think that's the best advice, all I could say. Anong ginawa ko doon? Talagang kinangker ko lang. I think what treats me is the fear of my mom will cry if I die. Okay, number 2, wala. Kung gusto kong pumatay eh. Walang pakialam. Ganyan lang. Pero ang naano ko lang is, fear of my mom to cry when I die. Sa suicide. When I kill, wala. Walang pakialam. So, pumatay. Parang ganyan. Iba yung takbo ng utak mo pag psychological depressions ka. So, ano kayong dapat i-advise ko sa inyo, folks? Kaya, ano sabi ko? Know your God. Kaya sinasabi ko parati na know your God. Tsaka, huwag niyo siyang parating tawagin, folks. Kaya sabi ko, bakit parating God? Alam niyo kung kaya na-appreciate si Michael at saka sa akin din. Magpasalamat when the time you woke up. Pasalamat. Pag matulog, sign of a cross. Ganyan lang. Kasi, Diyos sila eh. They are God. They know what is their responsibilities and obligations as God. They know what their obligations and responsibilities as spirits. They knew what they are doing as Holy Spirits. They knew what they are doing as Lords. Okay? May sarili silang mundo. Ang ganito lang din. The difference with us to them, kasi spirits nga, kaya pangit pag nag-invade. Kaya sa mga namamatay dyan, manawagan ba ako sa mga namamatay? Pag namatay kayo dyan, ayusin nyo buhay nyo when you are still living. Para pag mamatay kayo, wag na kayong ibalik dito sa earth. Tapos, iba na kasi yun ang spirits nyo pag human dead na papasok kayo sa katawan ng tao. Tapos doon kayo kasi sa mga weak kasi pinapasok. Hindi kayo pinapasok sa mga normal. Kaya ngayon, normal na ako. Sabi ko, parang masarap balikan na may pumapasok sa ito. Tapos kausapin mo, hi, who are you? Kasi alam na. Kasi last year, hindi mo alam eh. Kasi bangag ka. Okay, ito lang din. Pag psychological depression ka, you don't know what you're doing. Minsan din may alam ka, pero kunti lang. Ang sa akin lang, I always said, 5% lang din tinira nila sa akin. Lift in me for my awareness na ako pa ba to? Kaya maganda na if the family is aware what's going on or the health situations, especially pag psychological, okay lang yung mga mental depression, hindi man yan baliw, folks. Ang mental depression diyan, ang problema yan sa kung ano yung problema nila. Kagaya ko, talaga ma-mental depression ako kasi wala akong pera, o kayo, may pera kayo dyan. Kahit sinong tao, folks, na walang pera, mag-mental depression talaga. Expected yan. Kaya huwag nyo sabihin, baliw to si ma'am, baliw si ganyan. Huwag nyo i-judge yung mga tao na magka-mental depression. Huwag naman. O dito tayo, ang i-judge nyo yung psychological depression, yung pumapatay. Suicide and killers and war initiators. So, kung sino mga war initiators dyan, wala akong pinapatamaan. I'm just explaining based on my experience para once we are killed, ito lang din, pag namatay tayo sa mga gira, alam na natin na kung sino yung nagpasimuno sa gira, sila yung mga tao na may psychological depression. Gustong pumatay para maging most powerful human on earth. Okay? Or, sila yung klase ng tao na galit para sumunod ka, para ipapasunod kung ano yung gusto nila. Okay? So mga leaders yan sa mga bansa. So, wala, psychological talaga pag pumapatay. Kasi may mga paraan yan eh. So, use science in how to kill humans. Lasunan tayo. Kaya yung parang vaccine, lasunan tayo. Yun ang the best way of really wanted to tame down. Pero ganito lang din. As a leader, ba't mo naman papatayin yung tao mo? Once, pag ako leader, pag gusto ko maraming pera, gagawin ko ng batas. Once lumabas ang bata, 5,000 pesos ibigay sa parents or bigay sa government. One equivalent, one child, 10,000 pesos to the Filipinos. Di maraming pera, 10% dyan punta sa president kasi siya naman yung nagpasimuno ng kanyang political will. Ganyan yun, folks. Wag yung mga dysfaxia, tapos mamamatay yung mga tao mo. Wag. Magparaan ka na, suggestion ko yan, para mapigilan to stop the killings and wars initiators on earth in order to be known as most powerful. Ito lang din kasi na ako, claimants ako ng Doon kayo tumagos kayo doon sa afterlife. Sabihin nyo sa akin. Ipakita nyo sa buong mundo na most powerful person kayo on earth, especially leaders, if and only if, when you die, you came back like my old man and said, I want to marry you. Kasi mali. Kulang sa kasal. Okay. So, ganyan. Strategy yan eh. Strategy. Okay, if my old man has strategy, me, myself, either I have a strategy. Okay? So, ganyan lang yan. Mga psycho nga. Smart, psycho versus psycho is equals to Kristo. Maganda nung talagang nahuli namin yung Diyos. No? Ito lang din. I'm a good follower. Whatever your rules is, kahit masakit sa isip ko at sa dibdib ko, susundin ko yan. Kasi ikaw ang may alam. Okay? So sa mga government leaders din naman, you know what you have to do. You have obliged to do. So susunod lang kami. Kung tapos ganito lang din folks, kasi I'm teaching also the Holy Spirit how to act because they don't have eyes. All they do is senses. Okay? They have voice, but they don't have eyes. Paano kaya nakatingin yung, kaya sabi ko, kaya siguro bulag man itong mga patay. Bulag yata. Pero ang galing folks. This is the thing with me, especially kaya sabi ko, I'm so proud na naging psycho, nagkaroon ako ng psychology. Talagang, they will prepare you weapons. Kaya sabi ko, I'm also a proponent for the Philippines, do not buy any nuclear bombs or missiles from the outside countries, because we Filipinos, when we get drunk, walang baliw-baliw yan. Once we get drunk, we forgot what we're doing. Parang ako din. Pag malasing ako, I don't know what I'm doing. Parang psychological depressed din. You don't know what you are doing. It depends upon the spirits of your, kasi psychological, ito lang din. Conclusions. Psychological depressions is the bad side of, or the evilness of the person, like me, and the evilness side of my spirits, and the evilness of the any dead or unsaved or saved human beings being dropped or invaded or inserted in your system. Okay? So, ganyan lang din overall. Okay, so ma'am, I already mentioned what makes me stop it or really fought for it. My mother, know your God. Nagpray ba ako? Yes, nagpray talaga ako. Pero ang galit na kasi ako sa Diyos. Pero nag-ano din sila. They really watch me naman. I have my own. Iba din kasi yung God ko kasi hindi yan nagsasalita. Parang ganyan. Okay, so parang pinabayaan ako. He delete me what to do in my life. Kasi parang ako, folks, is human robots na parang pinapraktisan how to be human as God. So, pinapraktisan siya. So, sa akin lang is, based on nang nandito sila, I really said, I am human being. Never akong magiging God. But I can be God if mag-bad mood ako. Bad mood. Hindi eh. Hindi. Tao. Patay may mga Diyos. Ang Diyos patay. Okay, death, life, air, sleep. So, ano yan? So, magsabi dyan, God talk to me, hanap kayo ng mga patay dyan. Magnawagan kayo sa mga patay. Lumapit kayo, mag-psychological depression kayo para may mga patay na insert sa inyo, na may maligaw, kasi kailangan to ng tulong. Parang yung spirits na, wala na akong basta ganyan lang, folks. Okay, so, let's stop the killings. So, in order for us, when we die, I am a promoter, heaven on earth. Ano pa bang heaven ang bibigay ng Diyos? Kung buhay ka, nandiyan yung asawa mo, mag-asawa kayo ng 6 na bisis, ilang bisis, divorce. Pag may pira, pag mag-asawa na, ngayon, pagkabukas pangit, divorce. Okay, goodbye. Hanap ng iba. Di ba maganda ang buhay? Tapos pagdating doon sa langit, sabihin mo sa Diyos, pag idadam ka na sa lake of fire, sabihin mo na, that was my life. Who cares? Parang ganyan. Pero ganito lang din. Magsasabi lang din ako kasi ba't kayo papatay? Tapos idadam mo kayo sa fire? To be honest with you folks, ito lang din. Eternal fire, lake of fire is real. Okay? The trouble is, only me allowed to enter there. Okay, so where are the heavens? Where are the fire? So, saan? Okay, nasaan ang nanawagan ako dyan? Oh, kasi psychological depression, you love to kill. So, once you kill, you are going to be dumped in the lake of fire. So, ang ituturo ko is, where is the hell? Because, once I killed someone, kasi nagtuturo ako na pag me human, once I touch, okay lang sa sarili ko. Pag magpakamatay ako, decision ko yon. Walang Diyos dyan na magagalit. Pero pag pumatay ako ng iba, magagalit ang Diyos. So, ngayon, kung magalit ang Diyos, ang turo sa religion, ito, idadam ka sa lake of fire kung magpapatay ka. Kasi ako, rape, killings, and wars is going to hell. So, ako, kasi sabi, wala man doong tao sa stars beyond the universe na impyerno, ako lang mga pinapasok. Grabe pa yung awayan naming dalawa. Kaya ako sa YouTube kasi nagbabasa yan eh. Galing yan eh. So, akala nyo sira-sira lang ako folks. Hindi. Connected tayo doon sa pinuntahan ko. Para yan silang computer. Okay? So, oo. So, hinahanap ko nasaan ang impyerno. So, kaya nagtuturo ako, kung mamatay kayo, kung makasalanan kayo, wag na kayong pumunta dun sa taas. Hanap na lang kayo. You have to find ways, those psychological depressed humans on earth who kills and love to kills, and convicted or not, you know that you killed animals din pati animals Kaya, guys, wala talagang taong makapunta sa langit. Sensitibo ang Diyos. Kasi sabi ko, ganyan yan, pangit dapat perfect yung ngiti mo pero marunong sila magbawi. Parang, hindi ka nag-toothbrush ngayon, so mag-toothbrush ka mamaya, so okay lang. Pero pag hindi, talagang lista na yan, recorded, mistake, sinner. Ngayon. So, hanapin nyo, again, I clarified, please look, if you know that you kill someone, manalangin na kayo dyan. Kasi pag mamamatay kayo, sabihin ko lang sa inyo, please look where are the places where there is fire, you gonna go. Geothermal energy, electrical energy, sun. Si sun, din yan, pangit din yan siya, namimili yan. So hanap kay crowd companies, sa mga fire din, sa mga masunog, o doon kayo pumunta na may apoy, o doon nyo yung katawan nyo, i-dump sa mga nuclear companies, may mga may nuclear sites, nagluluto man yan sila ng apoy, o doon kayo punta, para sure na kayo na doon talaga ang punta nyo. Kaysa naman mag-isip kayo doon sa taas, sabihin nyo naman, niwala ko sa pastor na dyan, eternal fire. Hindi, sabihin ko rin sa inyo, wala kasi doon. So, at least tayo, alam na we all knew where we gonna leading to. Okay? All psychological depressed person. So, kaya dapat when you have sickness in mind, sickness especially when you wanna kill, psychological depressed or not, this is the thing. Once you kill anything on earth, animals or humans, trees rin. So, basta ito lang sa akin, basta tao lang. Kasi ako. Once you kill, make sure when you are alive now, think immediately where you gonna leading to. Okay? Sabihin mo kaagad, doon ako pupunta sa geothermal energy. Para naman yung kasalanan ko magiging pira sa mundo. It becomes a money for the earth. Nagawing electricity for my family. Okay? That's all basically folks, and good morning.